Hi, I'm John Bateman. I'm the chairman of Scar and Rhino Mountain Rescue Team. Thanks for coming along to the Greatest Online Agricultural Show. We've been working really hard to make sure our team's well prepared with the current pandemic that we're suffering from. Lots of preparations and lots of work to make sure that we're ready to respond if we're needed. We're also really struggling to maintain our fundraising. So it's a really nice opportunity to talk to you and tell us a little bit about what we do. Hi, I'm going to give you a little tour of one of our operational Land Rovers. There's two, as you can see. There's one over here we saw before, and this one here. And here's my son. So we're maintaining our social distancing and working as a family unit. So we haven't brought any more team members here with us today. It's just us who are normally all together. So this vehicle carries most of our technical rescue kits and a whole load of other stuff as well. So I'll get some of it out so you can see. So hi, so I'm going to show you a vacuum mattress. So this is a vacuum mattress. It's gold standard really for spinal immobilisation. So if someone's had an accident where there's a lot of energy involved, a fall from a mountain bike, a horse, a quad bike, a fall from height, where we think there might be damage to the spine, the neck, the back, the pelvis, this is what we're going to use to make sure they're safely immobilised, to make sure we avoid any further damage as we try and extract them from where they are and get them to further care, to an ambulance or an air ambulance and on to hospital. So here's one that's in a bag, and here's one I unpacked earlier. So it is essentially a large bag full of small polystyrene balls, and it has a valve on it here that allows us to suck the air out, and it makes it go rigid. So we always need to prepare it to make sure it's ready to use, and that means we need to make sure that the balls inside are spread out evenly across the whole area of it, so that when it's shaped around the cavity, it makes a nice even sort of holding pressure on them. So normally if we're using this, would be someone who's quite severely injured, or we think there's a risk of them being severely injured, and we'd be doing like a vertical lift with multiple team members, then sliding this underneath them and lowering them back onto it, or very carefully lifting them up, positioning them on it, and then immobilising them. Also, we'd always be maintaining C-spine, head immobilisation to make sure they were protecting the really important areas of the spine. We haven't got lots of people here today, but I do have my son Saul, and he's going to jump on and conveniently place himself exactly where I need him to be. Perfect. So we normally have someone maintaining C-spine mobilisation, so they'd be here, holding the head nice and straight, keeping it in line with the body, and controlling what goes on around here as well, because they're the really important person who makes sure that that casualty is going to stay nice and safe. And what we do is we shape this around them, and we shape it around their head so it keeps their head in, and around the rest of the body so that their body is comfortable and we can transport it and at no risk of getting further injury. So I'm going to ask for another assistant to come in now, my wife Judith. She's going to help form that around the head, and then I'll form it around the rest of the stall, and we'll show you about sucking the air out of it. So once he's safely strapped in, then we get the pump out and we suck the air out of it. And Ezra, my other assistant, is going to help us with that. So once we've got enough air sucked out of it, the whole thing goes rigid and wraps itself tightly around Saul. You can disconnect the pump, cover the valve up safely, and now he's safely immobilised. He can't move his head. Can you move your head?
No.
No, he can't move his head. He can't move the rest of his body, and we'll just give you a little demonstration to show you how rigid it is and how well it protects somebody's spine. So you can easily pick him up now. He's got these good carrying handles on it. What we're going to do, we're going to tip him on his end and show you how rigid it is. There we go. So, can you move your head?
No.
No, he can't move his head. It's holding him nice and rigid. So we'll lay him carefully down again. And if we take him out now, we should be able to show you how well it's moulded around his body. There we go. Need a nice skinny cavity for this bit. Wriggle his way out of it. And now you can see now, it's very rigid. I can't really pull it out of shape. It's perfectly shaped inside around his body, so he doesn't get any pressure sores on him, and it holds him nice and securely. Shaped around his head here to stop any risk of damage to his neck and spine. So, and once we're finished with it, we can just let the air back into it. And then when the air's back in, it's all floppy and ready to pack in its bag again. Okay, going to give you a quick tour of the base. You can see what we've got. So, main entrance. Now, filling our kitchen at the moment is a very large washing machine. So we're ready to decontaminate anything that we need to if we're having to treat anyone who's potentially positive for the virus. We're not meeting for training at the moment, obviously, maintaining complete distancing as much as we can from each other. So at the moment it's been turned into a decontamination area. So if we come back from a call out and there's kit that we need to make sure is safely decontaminated to avoid any risk of transmission of the virus, this is where we do it. We've got these nice big tubs for washing the big stretchers in or anything like that we need to wash. So one of the Land Rovers in here, and then our new control vehicle, which we've recently acquired, which is lovely. This is our little water corner. So we've got a trailer here that's full of our water rescue kit. We've got an inflatable sled, an inflatable raft, all the kit we need for looking after people safely in flood or water rescue. This is our training kit for when we need to do training for water rescue. This is our drying ring.
So, old stretcher in here. We're taking a little bit of amount for storage because we have to reshuffle things around because of the virus.
Our fundraising trailer that we'd normally be taking along to a big agricultural show, and lots of merchandise for people to buy and find out about the team. And then this is the vehicle I stood in front of earlier. This is our 4x4 Sprinter minibus ambulance. It's what we use if we ever have to carry a casualty. This is what we use to do it because it's the perfect vehicle for it. And it will also carry a driver and 8 team members, so it'll carry 2 of our hill parties at once safely and across nearly all the terrain we need to. And then our last Land Rover, which I was taking the kit out of before, is parked at the front here. Hope you enjoy the demo and tour today. Thanks very much for coming along and listening to us. All the mountain rescue teams at the moment are struggling. We're making sure we're available in this time of the pandemic, and we're also all struggling to raise funds as well because we can't run the events we're normally running to get the donations that we all need to keep our team running. So if you feel like donating to our team, here's the website here, or donate to your local mountain rescue team or lowland rescue team, because we all need your funds to make sure we keep going. Thanks very much for coming along. Enjoy the rest of the show.